with the consolations and admonitions, warnings, pertaining to them, God will cancel and take away from him his share in the tree of life and in the city of holiness, pure and hallowed, which are described and promised in this book. The additions to this verse are easily seen, and the result is the publication of an opinion based not on the words of the original text, but on the beliefs of the editor. Now, it can be argued that the ominous warning in the verse applies only to the book of Revelations, but it still seems clear that modifying the book by any addition or subtraction is a punishable offense. Now, such changes to the source text are prevalent in all known versions of the Bible, including the King James Version. It is well known for the mindset of some of its defenders. Now, some of these claim that all other versions of the Bible are false, little more than forgeries, and that the King James Version is the only version of the Bible that which should be read. Now, in doing so, they ignore the many errors of translation between the original source documents, as well as the clear insertion of additional verses many years after the original documents were written. The chief source for the writers of the King James Version New Testament was a Greek edition by Theodore Beza that included a Latin translation of the Gospel as well. Later, noted biblical scholar noted 190 instances where the scholars working on the King James Version deviated from the Greek and Latin text and opted instead to use the existing texts from other English translations. In other words, the King James Version contains many verses which did not appear in the translations of the original Greek. Closer scrutiny of the original documents, or rather the oldest surviving manuscripts of this book of the New Testament, confirms many of the verses of the King James Version having no supporting source material. Supporters of the King James Version argue that such revision is in itself an abomination, since to them the King James Version is simply a translation of the Word of God from its original ancient languages. In fact, the King James Version is a conflation of several different Bible translations from more than a dozen languages, compiled by 47 men in 6 committees.